Hi everybody. It's a little bit different of a setup right now. And the lighting is super weird. But this is, I think, how we have to do this tonight. I had my electrician come in today and add a new router to my house. And so I have new internet out here. And there it is, live. Okay. So this is a little bit gonna look funky, but we're gonna figure it out. So hi Kay, hi Julian. So we're gonna see if this works. Oh, and it's still stopping though. So,
but not on here.
Yeah, so on my video it's not. It's right, Elaine, I know. So it keeps interrupting. Oh, so that's the old one. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Maybe I'll find a new one here. You guys just hang tight. We're going to get this figured out. The first one was not so good. I have no idea what's going on with my internet. I honestly don't know. But I got a new one. I bought a new router because I basically didn't have internet in my house this whole week because my Orbi didn't work so good for me. So I can't connect my phone to the tablet. So, and it's still not, I can't even search. So, hang tight. Here is something coming up, but not good, you guys. Trying here. So, I had to take this as my main focal point. Okay, take two. So let's see if this works. Okay. Okay, I found myself. Diane says it seems good. Kay, you say it seems better. Anne's good so far. Hi, Anna. Okay, Kathy's there. Okay, I hear myself. I can see myself on Facebook. It's just really weird because the angle, I'm in my stand up here, and it's down. And so what I'm going to have to do is flip my phone down. So normally I use a tablet and my phone as two technologies, and Switcher Studio was not finding a connection between the two. So it was getting delayed. And so I tried to use ManyCam, and then ManyCam was being disrupted as well. But needless to say, we're here, and I have a special guest with me. It's my brother, Tom, and Kelly had already said hi to Tom before. So
hi, Kelly.
Kelly's watching. So my brother lives up in Stevens Point, and he took a vacation day today and meandered all the way down he's made many stops, and mine was on the way to my parents' house, and he's headed there for the weekend. So I thought, well, as long as he's here and he was chatting with me, he was trying to help me figure out this whole technology thing. so yeah, on that note.
I got lots of thumbs up and hearts. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. So Tom is actually, I'm trying to convince him to start having classes, and I think he would be, you guys sneak in a little bit more, I think he would be a fabulous Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. In fact, he probably is. I'm not sure if you're still active or not, but Tom went on the cruise with me to Greece, not last year, but it was the year before. So he got to meet all of the famous stampers.
Sarah.
Yeah, he met Sarah Douglas, and I think you probably met Shelly Gardner, her mom. And so he was hanging out with all the stampers. And
I was starstruck.
He was starstruck.
Yeah, it was neat.
So he's going to Hawaii with me in May if the trip happens. We are very hopeful that it is. So I thought he would be a great demonstrator up in the Stevens Point area, and I would teach him everything that I know about stamping. If he doesn't know it already, he does. But I'm trying to convince him to come to class tomorrow too.
I might.
So he's really excited to make the kangaroo card.
That's pretty cool.
And the snail card.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care about the heart card.
Not so much.
So yes, so I think I have a very small class tomorrow at 3. So if anybody local is interested in doing the kangaroo, snail, and the love card, you get to meet my brother in person. And he's fun. So yeah. Yes. So he's headed out to my mom and dad's. What did mom make for dinner?
Ham balls.
Ham balls. You guys, the ham balls. And then chicken noodle soup tomorrow.
Something,
and so we're having game night tomorrow night. So yay! So now you got to meet my awesome brother Tom. He is my younger brother, but he is bigger than me, so he's my bigger brother. So all right, bye. Get home safe.
Will do.
All right. And now we're back.
It's nice meeting you all.
All right. You got lots of thumbs ups. So, hi, Francie Freeberg. So, okay. Bye. You can go out the hive door if you want. So, okay. Yes, it would be awesome if he joined my team. So, okay. All right. So, this camera angle is a little bit shady because I feel like it's coming down at me. So we aren't going to be doing much of looking at me tonight, everybody. We are going to be looking at swap cards because I have a crap load of swap cards. I shouldn't say crap load. We have an enormous amount of cards. I don't know if we're going to get through all of them, but we're going to do our best. So I'm so happy that the phone works. This angling is really weird. I feel like I'm upside down and you guys are looking at me from up there. But, so my plan is to go through the swap cards. So once I turn this phone down, I don't plan to like have to flip it a lot. I won't be flipping back and forth, and I'm gonna have to get really good at watching my comments here to see how it looks. So thanks for hanging out with me on a Friday night and going through all these cards with me and being patient with the technology. I was trying to tell you guys about that a little bit earlier. So I think you might remember I moved the router out of my house and put it into the hive because it was more important for me to have good internet out here where I'm doing the live videos. And so that happened, but then I didn't have internet in my house. So I bought a mesh system where it goes from one room to the next and it jumps around. And it was not the greatest. It was not good. And so what I did is I bought a new router for out here in the hive, and we called it the hive. And the password's be happy, right? So if anybody ever comes to use the hive with me, you know the internet to get in. And so what was happening though, the tablet and the phone weren't meshing. The tablet and my iPhone weren't connecting. And you guys, you saw what happened. Like the one worked and the other didn't. And so for some reason, something's happening, and I'm like, well, let me just try using my phone. So I can't flip back and forth between the two. So this is it. So, all right. So hi, Wendy. So your words aren't matching what you say. Yes, that's because there's probably a weird delay. I'm not quite sure what you're about 10 seconds behind me. So hi, Roxanne. We're going to get through this. We're going to look at some awesome cards. And we're just going to have fun, and I'm going to roll through them. So I'm going to be watching at the same time. So you guys, unfortunately, I'm going to have to tell you, we're going to move this down, and we're going to see what happens, and we're going to go from there. And hopefully I don't lose anybody in the interim. So, hi, Dorothy. So, sorry, guys. I got to do this flipper thing like everybody else does. And let's just see if that did it. You're going to have to give a second to, I have to watch to make sure that mine is fine. Yep, good. Okay, so I just flipped the camera, and I am not so good about this upside down thing. That's why I don't normally do this way. So, so you guys are Mary Guns Live. Haha, she's doing her craft relay right now. Oh, Christine from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. I just want to make sure that we're going to start right here tonight. Okay, and it's upside down, so I got to spin it the other way. Hang on. Oh my gosh, you guys. So hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Hang on to it for a second. I'm going to go like this. Shut your eyes, as they all say, if you don't get motion sickness. Okay, so I didn't know it was going to do that. This is all so new to me here. Let's see if that works. Holy Moses, you guys. Oh, I think that should work now. We'll see. Okay, this is our first stack of cards, guys, and I'm going to try to watch to make sure I'm in the lines. Hi, Sandy. So, all right, so we just flipped it, and we're going to start. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's just hope that I'm inside the lines. I'm going to start with the berry here, the berry blessing stamp set. Let's see if this looks okay. So, this is crazy, guys. Okay, I think we're good to go. So this is going to be perfect. Okay, good. So this is the sale-a-bration catalog, and it is good through February 28th. And the set in here that is a bundle that you get with a free $100 purchase. It's called Berry Blessings Stamp Set. And hi, June. Hi, Melanie. It's the Berry Blessings Stamp Set and the paper. Oh my gosh, if you guys can work up towards a $100 purchase, if you haven't done it yet, this is one that you really want. I have to say this is probably my favorite. I love this paper right here, but I think that I love the strawberries and the berries and all that good stuff here. So you would definitely want to work up to this. And so many people have said, can't I just get the paper? And it's like, no, you can't just get the paper. Can I zoom in a tad? I can definitely try, but what I think I might do, Jewel, is I'm going to hold the cards up like this. I will try to hold them up. I got to figure out where I got to hold them. This is all so backwards to me. Oh my gosh. So we're going to try right here. So this is new to me, guys. I'm looking up at my screen up here and there's nothing there. So we're going to hope that this works. So this is a card where they use the designer paper all as the background. And so when you open up, this is a card by Rose Grunwald, and she used the So Sentimental suite here, or the dies. Okay, I'm still waiting for my video here to catch up to make sure that this is a good one. And I think I gotta hold it right about here. Okay, she added some linen thread on here. Hi, Sherry Martin. Okay, here we go. Next card is I believe this is the Real Red or Poppy Parade. I'm thinking more Poppy Parade. Thanks for sharing. Are you guys, this is upside down? No? Is that good? Yep, it's good. Okay. So thanks for sharing, you guys. I'm really distracted right now because I can't see what I'm showing you until I see it in my Facebook camera down here. So this one's cool because the 4 different designer series papers here that are the strips of paper. And then, oh, Judy just got this. Yes, yes. This one, it says, wishing you the very best, and it has the paper on the top and the bottom. Now, this little bit of ribbon here is retired. It was part of the Christmas catalog, but still a pretty, pretty card. That one was from Karen. All right. And this is using the Pacific Point. Guys, I never really used Pacific Point until this. I mean, I've used it in the past, but not very much. And now that this is out, I've been using Pacific Point with this set a lot. It looks so cool with the blueberries. So saffron for the little flowers. Those little flowers come from the strawberry bundle. This is the card I made. I made a nice simple swap card. I added on some of the opal rounds. Purple Posy with Blackberry Bliss. They are so pretty together. I love those 2 color combinations, and it pulled out everything from the raspberries here. So the colors of the green in here are Shaded Spruce, Old Olive, a little pear pizzazz, and then a little bit of the blackberry sheer ribbon from the ice cream set. And then here's a simple strawberry card. It's crumb cake with the Real Red, and then there's seed paper. And so this is the strawberry punch that is in the mini catalog, and a little wash background, and added some braided linen trim. This one is Granny Apple Green with the cherry cobbler. Has the raspberries on the side here. A simple leaf stamped on a stitch circle. And then that sentiment in there is awesome. You always have a way of making my day. And then here's another one with the strawberry. So this one's cool. This is awesome. I love what the person did here. They took 3 strawberries, glued them together, and they made it look like it's a 3D strawberry. And this is some of the Pacific Point paper, and it opens like that. That's Ruth Bingle's card. Wishing you the very best. So it's kind of a different fold because they cut off and then put a little bit of the DSP on the bottom mat here. Here's another one that just pops out at you with the raspberries. A couple sheets of designer paper, one here and one underneath. A little bit of linen thread. The opal rounds, you guys. My favorite embellishment out of the mini catalog. You'll probably hear me say it a bunch, but it is the opal rounds. Here's the Purple Posy again. Purple Posy, look at the little baby stitch circle here, and then some of the olive ribbon that comes in the ornate suite in the annual catalog. A few little diamonds down here, and then Blackberry Bliss mixed with the Purple Posy again. Here's some Misty Moonlight mixed with, I believe, Balmy Blue. And I love how they put the banner on the side and then decorated and just left the bottom here so that the bow had something to sit on. Very, very pretty card. And they made a little blue flower and added a pearl in the middle. Oh, that one's got an inside. Here we've got 4 different sheets of the designer series paper, and it is all showcased here with 2 banners, and then they actually fussy cut this little raspberry out. There is not a die for the raspberry and its top here. Hi, Marilyn. All right, you guys doing okay? I'm trying to peek under my camera to make sure I'm holding the cards in a good spot. This one's awesome. So think about this, putting 2 pieces of designer paper that make like a T intersection, and it's a stitch circle in the back and then a punch probably on the top here and some red rhinestones. And this is some of the ribbon that was part of the poppy set from last spring. Here's one using rich raspberry with a bunch of pearls, and you guys liked that last one. Here's some of that same ribbon. Look at that. And then this one is a gatefold. It opens like that. Very fun. And these are also, this one back here is from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Oh, look at this, you guys. The raspberries look so good with this rich raspberry. I like this one. This is some of the ribbon. Oh, good. This is some of the ribbon from the Flowers for Every Season. And then these are some of the gems. They're not gems, they're sequins that are part of that Hippo Happiness suite, or Art Blooms. It was something like Artfully something in the annual catalog. And here's a big leaf on the raspberry. This one, you guys recognize this layout? This was definitely used for a mystery card night. This was the layout. Isn't that awesome? Who is that from? Stephanie. Oh, Stephanie, awesome. She's on Julie Bierschbach's team. So very, very pretty card here. So I got a lot of these swap cards. I did the Winter Creative Escape a couple weeks ago. And so I got a lot of cards from hosting that event. Here's my book. This is a book card. This is a Kathy Miller template. I have cased Kathy Miller. Like, I just love it when a card is like this. It makes it feel like I'm opening up a book and reading it. So I got a lot of these cards when I did the Winter Creative Escape a couple weeks ago. And then I also, this is a fun fold, guys. I love it when the cards open like this, like that, and boom, there's a strawberry in there for you. And I just love this layout for a quick, easy card. And you think that this takes a lot more, but it really doesn't. Because when you cut this piece right here, this extra green piece comes off of this top here. And so you're only using like less than a sheet of green paper to make this card. Good that you're doing good, Marilyn. Haven't seen you in so long. Here's one that has another banner and then some strawberries in the back. And they used here, these little gems are from the, oh man, I'm drawing a blank. It's the, where the vellum doilies come in. You guys will have to think about it. Oh man, it's been a while since I looked in the annual catalog. Opal rounds here, the scripty background, and then here's a punch. And then it's pear pizzazz mixed with rich raspberry. Yes, Diane, I absolutely love the book folds a lot. So this just reminds me of a summertime picnic in July. And you have the red mixed with the blue, and you have the linen thread. It's very country-like. And I love that they put a layer of red on top of the card base of red. So it doesn't add another color, but it adds depth to it. Hi, Deb. All right, look at this one. Isn't this pretty? There's a name in here. Oh, Carol Snow made this one. It's balmy blue mixed with the different greens. Garden green. There's probably pear pizzazz in here or granny apple. And using the white from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon. Okay, I love this card a lot. I love, love, love the layout. I believe this is Catherine Anderson. Yep, Catherine is with Francie Freeberg up north a little bit. I love how she has a layer. She's got her card base and then she's got a mat and she's got these 2 strips of paper back here with the diamonds on. And then she added a little ladybug trinket to the leaves, and she's got a layer here with this. Super easy layout, and I love that it's hard to see it, but there's another layer of Blackberry Bliss right here that you just see the edges poking out of. There's so many layers in this card. I think, Kathy, this is one of my favorite cards from this whole group of cards here. So those are all swap cards that I got using the Berry Blessings, oh man, there they go. The Berry Blessings stamp set, and then the Very Delightful Designer Series paper. Okay, so that's what I wanted to show you there. Now, with the rest here, I've got another little pile, guys, of other things that were used, and I'll bring the cards up close so you can see them as I get to them. But so a lot of what's left here features everything else. So there's the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, and then there's Darling Donkey. So you'll see a bunch of cards with that. You'll also see the Approaching Perfection with the birthday sentiments. You'll see a bunch of those. And then the ombre paper. I have to say ombre now. I haven't seen much with the Corner Boutique yet, but there are a few with the Heal Your Heart. My favorite paper in here is this Flower and Field. So you'll see a bunch of cards with that. And then you'll see a couple here with a touch of ink, which if I had to pick a stamp set by itself, like I'd pick this. But with the berry one, because there's paper with it, I have to pick that as one of my favorites. I didn't see much with the Punch Party yet. So I wanted to flip through that so you guys see where I'm getting this stuff from that's next. So this one is a little gift I got from, you guys, I can't remember if it was Chris Sloger or somebody, but it's a cute little treat package. This slides back and forth like this. I'm in the angle of my camera. I'm trying to see where I am. But that slides back and forth, and which holds it shut over here. And then you flip it, and then you open it up. Thanks for sharing, Mary Ellen. I appreciate it. There's 2 dark chocolate raspberries. So this is what Diane Ranji was talking about the other night, that there was some Ghirardellis in a little package she gave me. So and they're gone. They're long gone, but I forgot that these were in here. So that slides shut then. And so if you like making little 3D holders, this is a cute one. So, and that's using that bloom paper. Okay, this one uses some of the Flower and Field DSP along with a touch of ink. And this one opens kind of like the kangaroo card that we made last night, but a horizontal card. And then that she used these Stitch So Sweetly dies. So there's that. Okay, guys, this is a fun fold. And it opens like that, and so I'm going to hold it like that so you can see which way do I got to go. I got to go that way so you can see how it opens. I got 2 swap cards like that. So this one's, what happens is this card opens like that. So it's kind of like an easel. So it looks like this, and because you have this extra bit of it opening normal, then it stays standing up. So you guys, I'm definitely casing this card, FYI. I have a Fun Folds class coming up, and I'm going to be casing this layout. And so I'm not sure if it'll be what stamp sets I'm using yet, but this is one of the Fun Folds we're going to be making in a couple weeks. Thanks for sharing, Bonnie. I appreciate it. Hi. Okay, so there's a touch of ink again. Oh my gosh. Party Patty made this card, Patty Skiba, and it is just gorgeous. So many people have oohed and ahhed over this card, Patty. I don't know if you're watching, but they love how pretty you use the foil paper here with a ranger wreath. And she colored all of these butterflies, and she fussy cut all these out. She used the mercury acetate here and added some of the blackberry ribbon. And the color combination is just wow. It's with blackberry, pear, and then the different Rococo Rose is the mercury acetate. Very, very pretty card, Patty. Okay, here's a simple stamping card. There's just basically a few layers and then just an easy layout. There's no die cutting on here, just a little bit of embossing, 2 layers of white using a touch of ink, a little ribbon that comes out the side. Very delicate card here. So, hi Loretta, how are you doing? Hi Marcia. All right, here's another simple layout. There's a little piece of paper back here that is embossed with the dainty diamonds, some opal rounds, and this is the art paper. And then this is the sentiment that's from Sale-a-bration called Sorry for Your Loss. So I'm showing you guys all the Sale-a-bration cards first because Sale-a-bration goes through February 28th, and I wanted to make sure I got through these first to get you guys excited about them. So this is a little bit of a fun fold too. So this has a flap or an arm on it, and that opens that way, and then it opens that way. So this is a cute little fun fold too, to add a little flap to the card here. And then that happy birthday is, in case you're wondering, there is a kit, and you might not know this, but there's a kit in the catalog, and it is called You Are Amazing, and that happy birthday comes from a stamp set that is called You Are Amazing that accompanies this kit. So that's where this happy birthday comes from. Okay, so we're leaving things out of the plastic now. Okay, keep on going here. So this news flash comes from the Approaching Perfection, and then the DSP is from that Flower and Field. Oh man, I love that one right there with the jade. Okay, here's another card using that same color combination, and it's the black with the just jade and the bumblebee and the white. They pulled in some of the satin ribbon with the silver on the sides. And then here's some of the, you know, I don't know if this is I don't know if this is Sale-a-bration, but this paper is from the True Love designer paper that's in the love, like the Valentine's Day set, and some bumblebee gingham ribbon. This is the new punch, the oval punch that's available. I honestly can't tell you at the moment where that happy birthday comes from. Here's some of the balloon paper in action. They used almost a whole quarter sheet here. But what I'm seeing here is there's a different piece. There's a different piece right there that comes out the side. So I was like, what is that all about? Okay, so there's like a little bit of a banner tail going on here. And then the happy birthday, there's a set in the mini catalog that has that happy in it. I don't remember the name, you guys. I haven't learned everything quite yet. Here's one that used the happy birthday. That's from Approaching Perfection. There's a circle set. This I think is Jay Shante. She used navy with the seaside spray. She used that new art embossing folder and some stitched rectangles here, and then happy birthday going that way. This one is a nice fold too. I love it. It's different. And when you have the designer paper here right on the inside bottom. Happy is from, is that the Dina set? You guys will have to ask. I don't know if, you know, honestly, her set, is it called Pretty Perennials? We're going to find this out. We're going to find this out. I don't remember what the Pretty Perennials. Pretty Perennials, let's see, is on page 31. And right there's 31. And Gina Rico. So that, oh, you're right. Okay, so that's her set, is the one with the happy. I knew she had flowers in her set, but I didn't remember if hers was the happy one. So you are right on the button there, Marcia. Okay, so the thank you comes from the Heal Your Heart right here. Those gems, you guys, I gotta look those up. You can see them right here. Let me get here. Sorry, I was rolling away. There's these really pretty gems. It's gonna kill me here until I look it up. There's a set called, if you go right here, Peony Garden. Okay, it was the Peony Garden that have these really, really pretty, there's different, like 3 different colors of these little gems, and they are so pretty on the card. Okay, so that uses Heal Your Heart and the Bloom. Now our donkeys start. You guys, show me some thumbs up and hearts if you love these darling donkeys. So many people love them or they hate them. It's so funny. But I love these matte black dots here. So those are on low inventory, or they were as of this morning. So if you're interested in them and you don't want to wait till March to get them, I would highly recommend you get your order in for your black dots. So here's that Flowering Fields designer paper. Oh, all right. Then here's another donkey. So here he's poking out the side of the circle. I have to look to see which way I got to go with the angle. So I love this DSP right here. So you guys all like the donkeys. I saw lots of hearts. This daisy paper. Oh my gosh, I love this daisy paper so much in that. So there's not a bad Flowering Fields DSP. This one's from our friend Jody Peterson. Oh, Celine is your mini donkey. I knew that, Char. You told me that. So Blackberry Bliss, she used the ombre paper here. So she used one of these dies from the Tasteful Labels dies, and then she embossed it with the Pinewood Planks embossing folder and added some braided linen trim. And she did the donkey on the gray smoky slate, so she didn't have to color in the donkey. All right, here's a romantic love card if I've ever seen one. So we've got the donkey with a gray color pattern. I think when I made my donkey cards, I made him tan. So I actually Googled a donkey to see how to color him. Stitched squares dies and added some of this is the strawberry DSP, or the berry DSP. Here's a cutesy patootsy little one. I love how they took the True Love paper. So I love the daisies again, and it's in the True Love paper, and they just cherry picked and colored in a few of them. And that has that cool fold to it, kind of like the reverse of the kangaroo where it goes this way versus vertical. Here's another donkey with a bit of a fun fold, and he's got a little flirty flamingo or blushing bride. It must be blushing bride little linen bow here, or twine. And ombre paper. So that's a fun fold. I've done cards like that for class. Now, this is the birthday card that Cheryl made me. And I had this on display at the Winter Creative Escape. She knows I love purple. And she wrote a nice little love note in here. Newsflash, birthdays found to be good for health. If you have a birthday, that means you live the longest. And that is a very true statement. So this was my birthday card that Cheryl made me. And it featured the new donkey and then some of the birthday, the ice cream DSP. So there we go. You guys, are you ready for this one? So this was Linda Zaleski's swap card from the Winter Creative Escape. Okay, you ready for it? It is a fun fold. And as you open this up, the donkey moves and there's a spot in here to put a gift card. And she used the Flowering Fields designer paper. She fussy cut all those donkeys. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I love this herringbone pattern back here with the Rococo rose. So what if you're another year older? You're fabulous, right? Age is only a number. So Sarah Simon made this card for me. As a part of my hive warming present, she brought me a Scentsy bee outlet. It plugs in, it has a pretty scent. And then she made me this card too as well. And then she didn't sign it, which is awesome, you guys, because then I can use cards. I love it when you guys send me Post-it notes and cards because it allows me to reuse the cards as well. All right, so that's what I have for sale-a-bration. Now I'm going to move into, just give me a second, I'm going to move cards off to the side so that I don't have leaning towers of Pisa all over the place. So, and then falling on the floor. So now we're going to move into the annual catalog. And I don't know if I have rhyme or reason to this quite yet, but we're going to start with the Fine Art Floral, which is on page 32 of the mini catalog. So the Fine Art Floral is a spread of different stamps. It's the florally ones here with matching dies. It has the golden acetate. This art ribbon, it has the gold flecks, the embossing folder, the heat and stick powder, and this paper. So I have a pile of swap cards here, and I have additional swap cards in another spot that I'm going to share with you. So, all right, because I do a couple different swaps, and I keep them all kind of situated here. Okay, so we're going to run through these as well. And if I have names, oh, Jody Peterson. Oh my gosh, Jody is such an amazing stamper, you guys. She makes the most beautiful cards. And this is, she stamped the flower on the back here. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not sure. Maybe, oh yeah, you can see it in the camera. She stamped it in either Versamark or a like smoky slate at second strength. And this little die is part of that. That's some of the art floral paper. It's the Misty Moonlight with Rococo Rose. So pretty. So there's a card, and then here's the pretty peacock, and this is a Merida. And she was part of the Winter Creative Escape, and she put the little butterflies. I forget to use them. They're part of the annual catalog. So very pretty card, Merida. She used the Old World embossing folder there. Look at this little cutesy guy. This is a case right out of the catalog. So let's see here. I think Robin made this one. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. So I did for the swap, it was Case the Catalog. And look at that cute little card. It's adorable. Oh, there's some of the garden or the golden acetate back here. And it's die cut with a stitch circle. Ah, love it. So cute. Okay, look at this one. Okay, let's see, they're stuck together. That goes like this. And it opens like that. So very cool. This is Carol Snow again. So she added one of the rhinestones, the petal pink rhinestones from the annual catalog that were carried over from, I think, the Parisian set last year. Okay, here's a pretty one. This is Becky Christensen. She did the gilded leafing all the way around the edge here, added a little opal round. Very, very pretty card here. And that little die comes from that set too. So Becky, gorgeous, gorgeous card. Oh my gosh, here's another one, you guys. Jody Peterson, I think. Wait. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth Giles. She took second place, I think, for this card. She used that gilded leafing on the second stamp of the stamp set here. gold foil. Just like, isn't this a knockout? Like, wait, I gotta hold it just so it's right here. Just so pretty. Just wows you. This is some of the DSP from the In Color. Here's another one, you guys. Okay, I was gonna say this is Jay's card, and this was part of the Anything Goes swap. Oh, I just love this color combination. It is Pool Party with Pretty Peacock, and that's the art paper back here, the DSP. And then the flower is stamped in those two colors. It's so pretty. You guys, these, if you don't know if you like this set or not, this might help you decide seeing some of these beautiful swap cards. So this is some of the ombre paper in the back, the vellum doily, and then Blackberry Bliss. Here's the embossing folder. I'm trying to remember if that was from the Christmas catalog or if it's in the, I can't remember. It was one of those halfer ones though. All right, here's what, look at this one. This is a fun fold. So this is Connie Ingram. It's this, so I did an ornament card like this for Fun Folds maybe 2 years ago. And you guys see that, how that opens. So this is just a piece of paper that's, you got to fold it or score it in the right spots and adhere it back here. And then once you have that shut, you put your oval circle, or your oval shape down right in the middle. And then you add your embellishments and flowers however you want it. So yeah, that's a pretty one too. Oh my gosh. Okay, here you go. It's got some oranges. So this is kind of fallsy to me, but and springy at the same time. There's this gold acetate over the top here. And one of the things about the gold acetate, and we'll see if this person who, I don't know, oh, Lori, she probably knows. The gold acetate and the mercury acetate, they have a piece of plastic over the top. And sometimes you don't always catch it and it stays on. And if you take it off and peel it off, I was gonna see if I could find it. She must have peeled it off. It makes it look crisper. So, oh, so pretty. So this gold just goes, it's an overlay over the top of the designer paper. It just adds so much. Another really pretty one here. Julie Bierschbach, gorgeous card. I love the color combination that you have here too. I believe, if I had to guess, it was So Saffron with the Night of Navy. So very, very pretty card, Julie. So those are what I have. And then I also participate in a suite swap where the goal is to make 4 cards using the suite of products. And these are all Jody Peterson's. She had this suite with me. And she just die cut this DSP with a stitch circle. She did white background. And these are some of the In Color dots. And then that's what she's got on the inside. I love all of these art. What is the name of this? Fine Art Floral. Another book card, guys. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love them. They're so much fun. And it's so easy to decorate these cards because you just have to find something from the side and then you have a smaller area to work with. And what she did here is she took her liquid glue, so her green glue, and she drew little lines all over. And then she let it dry. And then she put her gold flecking all over, or the gilded leafing. And because once once the glue is dry, then it doesn't create a mess and it sticks exactly where the glue is. And look what she did with the ribbon here. She frayed it. We don't think to do that all the time, but look at that, how fun. It just gives it a whole different look. Okay, this is another card by the fabulous Jody Peterson. She took tear and tape and put the tear and tape down the side here. And then she did a little ribbon like that. And just the oranges are so pretty. Oh, look at this, so pretty. And then she did the gold in the inside too. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, one more card by Jody Peterson for the Fine Art Floral. And different color scheme here. Look at this. She used the Pool Party. Another stitch circle, the flower right in the center coming out of the congratulations. And then a flower in the center. So good cards, Jody. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that is one suite that we're done with. So we're starting with suites, I think, is what I've got in my head. So we're going to put these cards, one second, guys. We're going to put these cards back here. Now, we're moving on to the plethora of cards that I have. Oh, here it is. Dandy Garden. And then I have 4 more as well that Jay Shante made. So we're going to set those off to the side. Okay, so Dandy Garden, pages 24 through 27. It's a super sweet, 2 bundles in it. Garden Wishes, where am I? Garden Wishes and Dragonfly Garden. The laser cut paper, a Memories and More pack, Memories and More note cards and envelopes, the ladybug trinkets, Mossy Meadow, and the garden paper here. And this is 6x6 paper. So you get more patterns to play with, but less quantities of paper. So one of the bundles is with a die set, and one bundle is with the punch. This is the bundle that I'm featuring for the next game night on April 8th. April 8th is a Thursday night. So I was working on it last night. I just have to design the cards, and then I'll be ready to publish that class for you guys. Sorry, I got the frog going on. So we're going to cruise through some of these. This one is by Diane. Oh, Diane, I think that's Diane Rangi. Diane, I don't know if I ever officially got your pronunciation of your last name. So this is the gingham, the Bumblebee gingham ribbon mixed with the Misty Moonlight. Very pretty card using the stamp from the punch set, the punch bundle, I should say. So this one is a kind of a fun fold too. Like you just fold your card at 2 3/4 on each end. So this is a normal size. This is K-caps. And this is, so this, this swap I did some of these back in November for Onstage. So some of the products might be Christmas products, like these dies are no longer available. They are part of the celebration dies. But look how she colored this dragonfly, and she put one of those little pearls on from the Halloween set that was available. So this one is, oh, Tracy made this one. She's got a black dot in the middle of her dragonfly using the Mossy Meadow. She used the designer paper in the back. Thinking of you. Oh, man. I think this is Diane's card, if I had to guess. Yep, Diane Bogenhagen. She loves the book cards, and this was her swap card. She put little diamonds on the dragonfly heads. So calming this card is to me. Just the Misty Moonlight with the white. Many thanks on there. You could use this card for anything. Diane, you did a great job on your swap card. I love it. So we have here a bookmark card. Oh, she even made a matching envelope, and this is Jane Gaffney. Oh, yeah, cool, Jane. Jane was part of my Winter Creative Escape, but I think this card was from, oh, I don't know if it was from that or if it was from the Dragonfly swap I had, or that I participated in. Look at that. So you pull out the bookmark, and you got a vellum butterfly that's embossed with silver, and it's got a little bookmark. So cute. It's like a gift within the card. This was the swap card that I made. And you guys know I love my purple, and I had lots of this ribbon left over from overbuying from the game night in May of last year. So my swap cards get a lot of this ribbon nowadays. And I colored some of the rhinestones to match, and that was what I did for mine. Blackberry Bliss with white. Very monochromatic. And this one's not. This one has a lot of pops of colors. I like how they put a circle, it looks like a golden sun in the background here. They fussy cut out all the little cone flowers here. Linda Zaleski's card, very nice. Oh, look at that. She cut out a little bumblebee from the designer paper. All right, so I love the nested dies here, guys. So this one is, oh, Kathy Miller. Blackberry Bliss. Kathy Miller is a fabulous stamper as well, you guys. Blackberry Bliss, Mossy Meadow with the bumblebee, I believe that is. And she colored all the little cone flowers. Very different layout. So this was kind of similar to one I just showed you where they cut off the bottom. And it just makes it for a little bit different of a card. Here's the white with the Misty Moonlight. Just 3 pieces of designer paper using some of the gilded gems from the Ornate set. A little ladybug. I love the trinkets. They are adorable. So when you do the game night with me, you're going to get some Mossy Meadow ribbon and some trinkets in your goodie bag. Bumblebee, who do we got here? Oh, I bet this is Julie. Let me just see here. Oh, Jackie. I saw Jay, and then I saw, it looked like Bierschbach, but it's Jackie Blursch. All right, here we go. I think this is a Kelly Atchison card. She's got a white base with the gold foil with Mossy Meadow, and then she's got the coral mixed with the Mossy Meadow. Look at this fun fold. It goes like that, and then like that. Isn't that cool? And it's in a different spot. So normally we center them and put them over to the side more, but this person, who is it? Vicky, she put it closer to the top, and then it looks for a different style of a card. It's the same as what we normally do when you do a flip like this. It's just in a different spot. I love it. It's so cute and little in here. It's so awesome. All right, here's another one using, oh, they cut out all these little guys. Oh my gosh, so crazy. Little, like, fraying the ribbon on the side here. D. Esplana made this card. So got the Calypso Coral with the Mossy Meadow Gilded Gems. I believe this is Naughty Nancy's. Yes, she even signs it. Naughty Nancy. So I loved how Nancy and Diane are both on my team. And when I saw their cards, I was like, wow, they look so similar. But Nancy's isn't a book card, but it has the same style, but it looks like it could be a book card. So I loved how they didn't talk to each other either. And Nancy added on the little butterfly gems. You guys, if you don't have those, you should think about getting them. They come in all the ink colors from last year, like the older set. But they're so pretty just to add to a card. All right, so this is what I was getting at. So this is Sarah Simon's card. This is what I would normally think of when I see like this kind of a fold. But you see how, who is it here? Vicky moved it in and moved it up, and it just gave it a different look to it. It's like they have the same kind of dimensions. It's just slightly different. So I love it. So I love cards that open like that. Okay, so I'm getting dominoes here of my adhesive sheets. All right, so this one is unique in the fact that this person punched out all of these little dragonflies. Let's see which way I gotta go. So they're all punched out and they're just glued on randomly, and it creates a cool different background effect. We don't think to do that all the time with punches. So that was Denise Johnson. This one, I did a fun fold like this in the past too with hot air balloons. And so it opens like that. And okay, so when I made my card, I made it open like that as well, so that you could write on the inside of the card. But that's a cool layout. Love the Ladybug edition. Here's the Flower and Field DSP on the front. A circle is cut out, and then the flowers are stamped on the bottom. Happy Mother's Day. Linda Zaleski. She did all 6 of the swaps. Okay, I know who this is. It's Kendra Heffelman's. She did this for the shoebox swap on the Saturday night of the Winter Creative Escape. So everybody that did the shoebox swap got to make this card. And she's got the little ladybug on here too. So I love the purple posy with the Blackberry Bliss. Then we have, this card, I bet this is, who is this? This is Becky Christensen. I want to say that oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I knew it. I saw it. This was Case the Catalog. So one of my swaps that I facilitated was a swap called Case the Catalog, because there's nothing better than having an actual physical card in your hand versus a picture of it in a catalog. Look, and I told people they could case it exactly or change it a little bit or change it a lot. But she did. She cased the catalog, and all she did was use a stitched rectangle different. She added a little bee over here, which I think adds a lot. It just gives something over here. And she just used a different sentiment. But isn't that cool? Oh my God, I love it, Becky. You did amazing. I love it. Okay, so excited. I have that card. Thanks for sharing, Linda. Hello, by the way. Here's one using the Blackberry Bliss and the purple posy. So using a little 3x3. She used the pastel pearls on here. So pretty. Love them. Oh, Tracy's card. Oh, look at this, guys. I love this fold too. So for a true friend, using some of the Flowering Fields DSP. This is the berry. This is from the berry stamp. And then the opal rounds. So this is Diane as well. This was her shoebox swap card. Very good card, Diane. All right, here's showcasing designer paper, having the 3 different panels like that. And this person then, who is it? Oh, Jay. Jay put the bumblebee backing, and then this is the Stitch So Sweetly Dies. So very good card. And then Jay was my sweet swapper and did the display at the Winter Creative Escape using Dragonfly Garden. So take it in, guys. This is really pretty. So she used the brick wall embossing folder, and then this is gold embossing powder over the top. And you probably can't even see that in the camera, but I just noticed it now because it's got depth to it. Oh, she's got the dragonfly doubled up here. So she's got a green bottom, and then she just offset it so that it makes it look like there's a second set of wings. Just a little bit of the green on the bottom, and then a little guy there, a ladybug crawling on the brick wall, and just, oh, I love it. It's a good card, Jay. So many beautiful cards. You're right, Anna. And Anna, the good thing is that you can come over and you can see these all in person. You guys, look what this is. It's another book card. Oh, if I don't make you have inspiration to go make a book card after this, I don't know. Here she used the opal, the oval punch, the cute little tag here. I can't remember off the top of my head. Somebody might remember where that little die comes from. I can't remember right now. I love how she put that butter, or the dragonfly as the focal point on here and added a little ladybug. So, okay, that's her second sweet swap. Oh my gosh, you guys, here's a fun phone like we were just talking about. So this is Jay's third card. Look at that, how it opens. Oh, so fun. I just love it. I love the bee paper back there. She used some of the flowering season, or the flowers for every season, that jar set one with the sunflowers. That's where that ribbon comes from. Added one little embellishment up at the top, a little rhinestone. Yes, beautiful cards, Jay. And last but not least, I was so worried, you guys, I'm from Wisconsin, which I think you know. I was so hesitant about this paper with it all being mossy meadow with the bumblebee, but you guys know, like, this was my swap, or this was my card from the winner Creative Escape, and I just felt like this looked too packery because it's green and gold. And I had to get past that because not everybody thinks that when you see yellow and green together that you think of the Packers, right? Just us crazy gals from Wisconsin think that, I think. So, but this was, I love how this is the designer paper, and she punched out the big dragonflies out of the designer paper and mounted one flat and then popped the other one, left the wings that they could flap in the wind, is what I say. And she stamped this on the white paper before she ran it through the Pick-a-Punch. Yeah, so that one I think is Pick-a-Punch, definitely, but this one is a die. There's stitching all the way around that. So that one is the pet one. That punch is from the, ooh, do I have the catalog here? So, you know what, there's a trick, guys. If you remember the suite, but you don't remember the page number, you go to the front page here, and Playful Pet Suite is on page 40. So I know that this punch, there's a punch. Oh, no, I'm wrong. This doesn't have a punch. Never mind. I made my card for last July for the, I paired this punch with the dog, or the pet set. That's what I'm thinking, but it's, you're right, it's Pick-a-Punch. So, is the punch from Treasured Medallion? You know, I don't remember. I guess I was curious about that little die right there. So, okay, that is my loot that I have from Dragonfly. It's the Dragonfly Gardens, Dandy Garden, Gardenfly Wishes, Garden Wishes. This whole suite of products right here. Okay, so I'm going to drop my router on the floor because I keep catching it with my feet. All right, what's next? So, this is what I have. I don't even know what time it is, guys, but I have this box yet, and I have this box yet. So, I'm going to start picking out, I don't know if you guys can even, oh yeah, you can see that. So, all right, we got like cords everywhere at my feet. So, yeah. I think I'm going to start with the front of this, and if I have more sweet swap cards, I'll pull them out as I remember. So, this one is from Debbie Labor. She was from the Winter Creative Escape. She used the Old World background paper here. The love comes from the suite in the front of the catalog. So, let's go to there. We'll do that one next. Oh, look at that, you guys. I've been so good at picking the right pages. So this is called Love You Always Suite, and it has all the heartsy, fartsy stuff. There's two, so it's a super sweet as well. It's always in my heart bundle, forever and always, and this is the class I have coming up. I have 9 or 8 spots left. I think 2 people signed up since yesterday, so I think I have 8 left. It uses the foil, the Blushing Bride ribbon, the heart trinkets. This is where the black dots come, okay? The specialty paper, the True Love paper, and then they're both die with stamp sets. So that's what I'm going to show you next here. So we talked about that. Okay, so you know what? These heart trinkets are silver, and I really wished they would have made them as half silver, half gold. But Debbie made hers gold. I would have to guess that she took a yellow blend, like Mango Melody or something. I don't know if Debbie, if you watch me or not, but this is definitely a gold heart. It's not silver. So very cool that you colored your heart. This one is from Jay. Jay's in the house a lot with all her cards. She did all the swaps too. So this is the dies that come from this one right here, the Forever and Always. She used some of the round pearls on here. She colored this background paper. I would have to guess she used the new blending brushes, and she's got some of the Blushing Bride snail twine on here. This die is from the Poppy bundle, one of them. And just so pretty, so girly. All right, so there's that one. Then these all here, I lost the girl backwards, so she's gonna go to the back of the box. We're gonna do her at the end. Okay, this was a birthday card, I believe. So this was from Angie Liner. I'm pretty sure it was my birthday card. Yep. So she wanted to showcase all of the different pretty specialty papers, and then she paired them with each of the foils, and she made a square card. And this is some of the ribbon that is from the doily. Ah, you guys, I just looked it up. Why can't I remember that one? It is the Peony Garden. Oh, that cannot stick in my head. You know, I haven't used that suite yet. The stamp set. So this is some of the gray granite ribbon from the Peony Garden suite. So birthday card from Angie. I love it. Thank you so much. And then this one's from Sandy Carlson. She was part of my bundle swap, and she did the whole love cutout thing like that. I love how it looks shadowed behind. And the die, there's two dies. Well, it's actually three. The OVE is one die, the L is one die, and then the background is another die. And then this is some of that True Love designer paper. Diane Bogenhagen, she took first place with her swap in the Winter Creative Escape. And I think it was in the holiday swap that she did. She used the foil paper here on the side, and she colored, I think with the blending brush. If I had to guess, Diane, you use a blending brush to color your designer paper. So if you guys don't see this, this is the same designer paper, white and then colored with Blushing Bride. And then scripty embossing folders, some pearls that are the pastel ones. And she did this cool layout. We did this for a Fun Folds class. Oh, and then she added this on the bottom here too. That's one of the dies that comes in that set. Gorgeous card, Diane. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is, I believe, Tracy's card. Yep. And she used one of the, so this pops up like this. So that is how the banner works. It makes it so that it's 3D. That's that really frilly, florally heart in the scripty folder. You guys, look how many times you see the opal rounds on these cards. They go on every card. They really do. So, who do we have here? Angie's Card Creations. I don't know if I know. Oh, what Angie? Oh, Angie Liner. Yes. Okay. So, sorry, Angie. For a moment there, I'm like, Angie's Cards Creations. So this was Angie's swap card, I think, for the Winter Creative Escape. And she has, I love the lips on here. So that's the punch that comes with. So if you keep going a couple pages here, there's this set right here. And there's a punch. I don't know if you guys can see that. Where's my hand? Oh, yeah, right there. So there's a punch right there. So that's where that came from. She had a little heart trinket and made this cute little bow to go on it. So yes, blending brush, Diane says. Very good. Okay, so these cards are from Lori Krause as well. So this was now moving on to, we're moving past, okay, we can't do those quite yet. I have more. I have more. There's always more. So from this suite of products, you guys, this was Jay Shantae's card, which she cased from the catalog right here. And then I further cased both of these cards for the card that I'm doing in class this weekend and for the love class that is, you guys are going to be in a couple weeks. So, oh, so pretty. So I have half of my cards using this paper and half using the diagonal paper like that. It's just so pretty. I just love it. And the black dots got added, Rococo Rose with a little white bow, just so pretty. I love this card a lot. So I couldn't resist. Okay, so Kathy Miller had this for the Sweet Swap, and so she did some amazing cards with this bundle of products. And here, what was really cool about this is she stamped them in black on Blushing Bride and then die cut them. So you don't have to color in the flowers. So you don't always have to feel like you have to color in things. I love that she used the polka dots with the black and the Rococo Rose. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, this shininess is not working. So let's put that right there for the time being. I finally looked at the camera and I'm like, oh, okay. So you guys, for my class card, I cased Kathy's card and I changed the color scheme a little bit, did my ribbon a little different, changed my flowers around. But I have to honestly say I cased Kathy's card because I just loved this layout. It was super cool. And she used the Tasteful Textures embossing folder back here. How are you guys doing? I don't even know what time it is. Ha! Let's see. I don't even know. Let's see. Oh, it's 7:12. We're good. Oh, I don't know if we're good. We got lots. So here's another one from Kathy Miller. She used the frilly heart here. She added a little bit of the heart and the trinket there. And stamped the inside. Very pretty. And then her last Sweet Swap card was this beauty. Here she did the Always in the hotter pink foil. And she colored the True Love DSP, a stitched rectangle with the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder, some black dots. Okay. So that completes that suite of products. Then we move on the catalog a few pages, and that's where these hearts come in. Right here. We did hearts and kisses, and then there's lots of heart. And so the lots of kisses, these two are from Lori Krause. Let's flip this back here. She took these and she created a whole plethora of a background stamp image. Like she just created a hot background here. And then here's Sealed with a Kiss, and she put the lips in the middle here. You know, it's funny. If you look at this close up, it looks like there's actually lips. Okay, I don't know if you guys can pick that up in the camera, but it looks like she stamped it on here in Stays On. And so it looks like lips. It looks like she actually kissed the paper. I'm like, did she do that? And then I realized, nope, it Stays On. So these were Lori's swap cards. And then here's another one with lots of heart. This is Patty Skiba, Party Patty. So it's got that flipperoo like that. And it's very similar to Diane's card where it has the split sides on it. So, all right, so that's that. Let's see here. What do we want to do next? I feel like I'm missing a couple here. So more heart ones here. Oh man, that's got to go beyond right there. All right, so here was a swap card from Elizabeth again. She used the specialty foil paper back here. Happy birthday to my beautiful friend. She used some of the gold epoxy gems. And then here's one with lots of heart as well. So back to this side. And these are from Chris Sloger. She made these two beautiful swap cards. Let's go like that and that way. So she added some of the resin hearts to the card on the right. All of this is die cut here. Isn't that cool how that's die cut out of there? That is actually this die cut. And then if you look at here, there's two die cuts. And so that lays flat and then that one goes over the top. So this is a good example of how you lay that over the top. It's so cool. And then that one is the outline. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's a shaker card. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Hang on, I'm excited. Look at this. Okay. I feel like they move. Yes, so there's a window sheet here. And there's a die that cuts out the X's and the O's. Oh my gosh, I think I should do this for Valentine's Day bingo. What do you guys think? I think that should be a Valentine's Day bingo. I think so. Whew, I just got a card. You know what? And I'm going to case it and not change much. We need bingo cards for Wednesday night for my in-person people. I think they would love this card. Oh man, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to use that for a casing, guys. All right. What do we have next here? Let's flipper still skin. Okay, I don't have a lot of samples with the kangaroo, but I do have some with Hydrangea Hill. This is another suite. If you keep moving on the catalog, Hydrangea Hill has the acetate, the pastel pearls, DSP, the grape ribbon, a bundle here. So I have, I'm keeping it with Hydrangea Hill here. And there was one card right here that uses Hydrangea Hill. And this is a Marita from the Winter Creative Escape. Very pretty, delicate, feminine card. I love it. So that one's a beautiful Hydrangea Hill from Marita. And then, let's see here. I could have sworn that there was one more. Maybe not. Nope. So they're over here. Hold, please. Hold, please. All right. Here's another Dandy Garden. Guys, I just found this in the box. This is from Jay. Oh my gosh. She cut all those out and layered them up. Oh, so another pretty Dandy Garden card here, guys. Okay, I missed that. So, okay, so who had this one? Lori. Lori had for the Sweet Swap, Lori had the Hydrangea Hill. And so she has, how does this go? Okay, so you open it up and she's got some ripped paper on the inside and some DSP. And then a pretty hydrangea on the outside. I know, Kathy. Oh, there are some really talented gals that make these beautiful cards. It is amazing what went in, all the time and the energy that went into all these beautiful cards. And I needed to show them to you guys. So here's a really pretty one from Lori. Look, this is one of those pocket cards where it comes out like that. She did the vanilla. And she brought in some of the acetate along here. She brought in a gold hoop. So that, you know, because we forget about the annual catalog product. This is the Forever Greenery. She die cut one of these little guys. It's so pretty. Put a little pastel pearl right in the middle. So pretty. So that is, I think, a little bit of basic gray with that. Okay, here's another one. You guys, here's an example of another one that has the 3 strips of designer paper. So you don't always have to use big pieces to showcase the paper. And then that mercury acetate behind, and then a scrap. That is a scrap-a-roni right there if I've ever seen one. So when you cut some paper, you always end up with that little strip on the bottom. So use it. Look at that little die. I don't know where that comes from. If that's part of this, no, it's not. I don't know where that little die, and I don't know where that comes from either, guys. There's a cute little die right there. I have to look that stuff up. And last but not least, oh, I love this one too. It has the mercury acetate covering up the white, so you really get to see it. And then just like, this could be a bookmark card, or like one of those book cards where that could be the book spine part, and then this would be over there. So that paper is just exquisite. So I put that as my top one on my little paper pack here. I love that paper so much. All right, so that's what I have to share with you on the Hydrangea Hill. And, okay, that goes back over here. Now, hair included. All right, wrapped bouquet. I have a couple from the wrapped bouquet to show you. That's snail mail, ice cream, succulents, window. Okay, hopefully I'll remember this order so that I find these faster for you guys. That's a different set. I didn't put them in the box in any particular order. So, all right, wrapped bouquet. Oh my gosh, don't tell me it's last. Nope, the chickens are last. Haha. We'll get to the chickens. Okay, so when I find the cards in here, I do have 2 from the wrapped bouquet. They're in here somewhere. So we'll get to those. Then, okay, Quite Curvy. So you guys were probably inundated with Quite Curvy last December because it was introduced as a pre-order item for people that you could order this stuff early. So I've got a couple samples here using Quite Curvy. So here's one that's a soft monochromatic card. Brittany Moon made that one. Brittany also made this one, and it's cool with the curvy going on. And then here was Diane's card. Oh, yay. Diane had... So this piece right here is the reverse of this. So she cut a rectangle and then she used the opposite side on the inside versus throwing it away, which really adds to it. So Diane, beautiful card. Okay, and let's see what's next here. Okay, so we did the Dandy Garden already. Then we have here Happy Thoughts. I think that there's a couple, but Brushed Blooms is in here. I saw that one back here. So Kelly Atchison had the Brushed Blooms bundle here to do, and so this has matching dies with the stamp set. She kept it colorful, and she did a little bit of a rainbow in a frame, and added a nice little inside here. Let's paint the town as long as I'm home by 9. Haha. Okay, so that's one of hers. Oh, I love the hydrangea paper too, Diane. Oh yes, we love it. And then here was Kelly's other card, where she did a little bit of matting with layering with the brushed bloom, and Blackberry Bliss with crumb cake, and the Art Floral embossing folder. So good card there. Oh, there, that's perfect. Okay, so that's a little bit of the brushed blooms. Okay, I don't think I have anything of those cards, but I do have some here from Pretty Perennials. So we just said that that was Dina's stamp set, and I believe that is not that. Oh, guys, here I found the wrap bouquet. So we're going to talk about wrap bouquet. Oh, at the same time we do this. Okay, so this was Dina Rico's, her $1 million set. So this was her swap card at the Winter Creative Escape. Dina's a simple stamper, so she loves to just, she keeps it simple with a few layers and then like a couple embellishments. And so she has a diagonal slice on here and has happy, and then she cut out a little bit of a vellum flower and then a solid flower in the back. And so that is that card. But then here we also have two more. These were made from Jeanette Swain, and simple on the outside here on this one as well, but very cool use of the color combinations with black, red, and then white, and how she did the stem with sending lots of, and then happy going that way. So, and then using little mossy meadow ribbon, and this was Jeanette, oh, wait, I have it wrong here. This is, oh, Becky Christensen. And this was the set she used for her swap too with the Winter Creative Escape. You guys, she stamped all these flowers back here. Like, holy crazy. She has that all cut out because I don't know if the happy, no, the happy is not a die. She fussy cut all those happies out. Crazy. So just a difference of how you put a lot of detail in a card and it just adds a little bit of oomph, and put a really pretty bow on the side. This is the ribbon from the whale set, and embossed the You Make Me. Holy Moses, Becky. I didn't realize all the work that you put into that card. I believe that I have one more. I could have sworn I had one more. I don't know. But there's that. Then I feel like we passed up some circles. There were... When we get to the circles, I have a circle card to show you. But here, you guys, these are Jay's cards. Wow, again. Oh, she used the wrapped bouquet. And then, so here she colored her thread or her ribbon here. That's that white crinkle ribbon. She colored it with the Seaside spray marker. So, so pretty. And I feel like I'm out of the lines here. I should hold this like more like here. Okay. Navy with Seaside and Misty Moonlight. And then here was her other card. So this is one where you cut off a little bit on the side. I want to say that this is Poppy Parade with So Saffron and Pool Party. So cool. This newspaper she uses from the Art Floral Designer Series paper. So those were the wrap bouquet samples I have for you guys. All right, we're going to keep moseying. We did find Art Floral. I have two cards here. I know exactly where they are because they're purple and orange. If you guys watch me for the Craftolette, you know how I feel about orange. I have I love it, but I don't love it. I don't mind it, I should say. And so, who had this? Sandra Hernandez had these two. She had this bundle, and she did a great job showcasing this is one stamp, and this is one die. And she stamped all of those, and then die cut all, and then added them to the card. And then she used the Art Floral Designer paper. So I'm happy to celebrate these moments with you. And so that was her one card. So it was amazing. I got these cards first from her. And I got orange, one of my least favorite colors. And then I got purple, which is one of my favorite colors. So same thing here. She stamped all the little sayings as a background on the hydrangea paper. Added some pearls, one sentiment. And thank you for being you is on the inside of this. Oh, yes. Kathy, I know these swappers are amazing. I will be doing swaps all the time. Yes, you guys, I like to share swap cards with you. Helps to give you more ideas. Okay, Tranquil Thoughts. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love these two cards here. I have two cards from Tranquil Thoughts. They were made by Wendy Lee. Oh my gosh, so soft and soothing. So Tranquil Thoughts, page 36. Look at that, so pretty. I like how it's a smaller mat on the inside. Where am I going? I gotta go over here more. So I like how it's a little bit of a smaller mat. Embossed the flowers in white and then took the blending brushes over the top. And that's what she did out here too. Oh, so pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, wait till you see this next one. Wowzers. Just the soft tranquility of this. It just is calming and relaxing. Oh, breathe. It's so pretty. It's the there's champagne foil here. I think it's the champagne. Oh, you know what? That could be from the Love one. It matches the specialty paper. The Life May Change, and that is embossed in white. And then she's got the opal rounds, some of the, I call it the foliage, the filigree, and then the flowers, and then just my love and support never will. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that is the perfect card to send to somebody who has lost a loved one, because life changes, and the people that you're left with that are still here in this amazing world, it is amazing, you have to believe it is, they're still here, and you don't stop loving people. So you're always there to support them. Okay, so now we're on to treasured medallions, and I had Rose Grunwald made these 2 cards, and I think this is Coastal Cabana, and then black with Sahara Stand. I don't use Coastal Cabana very much, but she stamped the medallion, and then she cut out the middle with a stitched circle and added a braided linen trim bow with the black dots. So fun. This card, it's calm, but yet it's bright. And then this card, she stamped these little guys, this one, up and down, added some little ribbons around, and then added, I wonder if that's part of the, oh, it's a punch! Oh my gosh, you guys, that's it. There's a punch. That's the punch right there. Aha moments for me too, guys. And then, so Crumb Cake with Blackberry Bliss on this one. Great cards, Rose. Okay. So, we'll keep a-moseying here. Okay, here's the circles I was just talking about. I have one circle card I can show you guys. It is, now if I can find it, that's the question. Oh, here it is. Okay, who made this? Kathy Miller! So Saffron. Night of Navy, Seaside Spray, the denim bow. And I don't remember where I got this from or what swap it was, but this features the circle celebrations and the triple banner punch on the side. Love it. It looks like fireworks popping out of the sky. All right, succulents. I have a few of those for you to see. So Amy Combs did a couple cards that I got here. So these were her bundle swap here. And Crumb Cake, very monochromatic here with the greens and the crumb cake. And then here, I call these the Grinch fingers. So she used the vellum doilies. These are from the, you guys, who can say it to me so I don't have to keep looking? What is it? What is it? What is it? It is, you guys, I have the hardest time. Peony. Why can't I remember the Peony Garden? These vellum doilies are from the Peony Garden. You think I will remember that now? This is, I feel like this is cactus paper from the Cactus Medley. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure that's where that comes from. And then I had Cheryl Taylor made, she did for the swap card, Peony Garden. Thanks, Carissa. Oh, now that I have it written in front of me, maybe I'll remember it again. So Cheryl made this. I like what she did with the pots here. So she stamped the succulents, and then she cut out some pots from it to give it some character, and a little brick wall in the back. So Blackberry Bliss with Pear Pizzazz. She colored some rhinestones. So Cheryl's on my team too. So very cool card, Cheryl. Okay, that's the succulents that I have. Okay, here we made it to another suite. It's called Sand and Sea. All right. We've got, this is where you find the opal rounds. You have some shell stickers, the pearlized paper, an embossing folder, dies, stamps, and paper. So I have a few cards in this box over here that I can share. And where we got time? 7:30. We'll keep going for a little bit. I want to get through some of these, and I've got a few more yet over there. We'll see once. I wanted to be done at 7:30, but my brother said he was probably going to go to bed early anyways tonight, so it didn't pay for me to go drive out to my parents' house. So I got a little more time I can spend with you guys. So this is Kathy Beck's card from the Winter Creative Escape. Very, very pretty card. So this is one big die, and you can stamp all the shells onto it. So it's a good use of the Stamparatus, is you could line that all up. Here's one where you stamp it, and then it lines up with the embossing folder. So I don't know if you can see in the detail here that all of this is embossed, and it's die cut, and it matches up perfectly. This was Kelly's card. I like this one with this is Joyce, the DSP showcased in the back, like a picture kind of with 3 panels. and then a shell stamped on the stitch circle. Here you guys go. It's one of these split cards. It's like a split side card. Michelle Suit. And she just soft and very, very, I don't know, like tranquil and soothing. It's like it's embossed, and then she used her blending brushes to color over it in certain spots. And then the little pastel pearls. So those I have. And then Sarah Simon was the Sweet Swapper. You guys are going to go crazy for these cards. Every one of them is so gorgeous too. Okay, this just makes me feel like I'm down in Florida at the beach and I'm picking shells. I love how she added the mossy meadow in the back here and just the color combinations that she picked here. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Wishing you the very best. So that was one of her cards. And then here's the second card that she made. So this flips up like that. So pretty. So look at this. Here she used that Blushing Bride metallic ribbon on this card, and it fits. And this is some of, I call this the sherbet paper because it looks like strawberry sherbet mixed with like pineapple sherbet. And then the Stitch So Sweetly dies. Friends are like seashells. You collect them all along the way. You guys, that is exactly how I feel. We're all a bunch of seashells. And we're all part of the same big ocean. Okay. I know that was kind of mushy, right? Okay, so look at this one. Oh my gosh. Look at that card. I don't know if I have this right here. It's the pearlized paper. And she stamped, so she must have die cut and then stamped these images on it. And she used the sticker here and put the opal rounds. And she's got the background is embossed as well with the same embossing folder. So you get these little dots in the back. I could just stare at this card all day long. No, not really. I mean, but for a long time. Love you to the beach and back. Okay, so that's perfect. Oh, like, okay, if this doesn't want, you guys don't want this sand and sea set after this? I don't know. Check out this one. This is the most amazing of them all. Both my mom and Sarah's mom oohed and awed over this card. So she embossed the pearlized paper, and then she ran some like adhesive, like I think it was like heat and stick powder or something. But this is the gilded leafing that's sporadic on this card. And she has gold foil paper, she has the DSP, and then embossing with gold. So these sentiments all come from that set. And then it's Seaside Spray, and then she used a little strip of the DSP in the middle. Okay, is that not gorgeous? These opal rounds are amazing. So beautiful, okay? This makes me want to go upstairs and stamp. I want to copy them all. Okay, so that's what I have for you for Sand and Sea. Now, to the Flirty and the Flamingos. Okay, I got a couple cards for you guys for them. So this was, I think, Candy Michael's set. I lost her names. Oh, Candy Michael. Oh, this is like a little gift card holder. So that's super cool. So this is awesome because it has a stamp with a matching die, but then there's an outline with a die. And so like this right here is the little die. And she pulled in some of that ribbon, the polka dot tulle, Magenta Madness with some, I'm going to guess Granny Apple Green. This one's the Flirty Flamingo mixed with Melon Mambo. Added a little bit of that acetate and silver. So you guys, that acetate, if you didn't know, the acetate, it is pink and purple. So Highland Heather and Rococo Rose on one side, but then it's silver on the other side. Same with the gold. It's silver on the other side. So that's where she pulled in silver acetate down here. Okay. Stunning seashell by the seashore. Yes, those are some stunning cards. Flamingos are pretty awesome as well. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys, I had the strawberry set. So my cards are actually in my drawer here, so I'll share them with you. Hang on one moment, please. I gotta find them. So these were the two cards I made for the strawberry. So one of these is my class cards that I'm doing for March. So this is the strawberry card. This paper is from the Forever Greenery set, And then I used, it was garden green mixed with pear pizzazz, real red, so saffron. And here you said, I told you, I had a lot of this ribbon left over from the April or was it May game night that we had. So I think I had 4 rolls left over. So I'm using it up. And so I've got the strawberry on the inside. So this is March. So if you like this card, we're doing this for class in March. And then I'm doing a class on the strawberries in May. And this is the card. And so that's that fun flip like that. So using Melon Mambo. And here's the sherbet paper. That's why I coined it sherbet, because it reminded me of sherbet the entire time I was stamping with this card. And then added some white ribbon and then just the background. So these were the 2 cards that I made. So Donna's asking where the pearlized paper comes from. And it's right here. It's part of the Sand and Sea suite, and it's on page 41. It is pearlized paper, 2 sheets for $4. It is inexpensive. Okay, so moving on to In Bloom. Okay, who had In Bloom? I think, In Bloom is right. Is that it? No, that's Delicate something. In Bloom. Oh, this might be In Bloom. This is In Bloom. Sarah Simon. She made all of this background paper. So this is not designer paper, but it looks just like it. She stamped all of that stuff times 22 of them and die cut all that stuff, embossed that in white, and stamped the inside. Oh my gosh, Sarah, such a pretty card. This one screams me as well because I love the purple and blue combinations with the hydrangea paper. So this was another Sarah Simon card, and that features the In Bloom bundle on page 45. Okay, Shark Frenzy. So Wendy Cranford had Shark Frenzy. Her cards have not arrived yet. They were due in the mail not too long ago, and my mailman is not helping me out with getting me her cards. So her mailman, or she sent them off in the mail. They got stuck for 3 weeks. That's what was going on with the mail. And so she got them back at her doorstep. So let's see here. Oh, Ice Cream Corner. So I have a few cards from the Ice Cream Corner. Sweet. All right. So they're all right here. Okay. So, and here's one from Celine Kempton. She was part of, I think, Dina Rico swap that I participated in. And here's the birthday card I got from Bonnie and Lisa. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. It's one of those Z fold cards. And so it opens like that. They did awesome. I was so proud. When I got this card, I just was like, oh, yay, Bonnie and Lisa. This is amazing. I love it. I love it. They fussy cut all those little cones out. They put a lot of time into that card for me. I love it. So this one's awesome. It uses those whimsical stitch dies as a background, stamping a couple ice cream cone toppers and then a cone. Ooh, who's that? Connie Babbert made that one. And a little bit of paper along the back, a little resin heart. Very, very pretty. Here's one that opens like this. You guys, I'm just loving the cards that open like this, where the bottom is cut off. The only problem I have with a card like that is how do you set it up? Like, that's the only thing that I have. But I love how it's on the inside with decoration. And that one is Yvette Sanchez. But I love the color combinations on that one. I love how it's got the banner and then the sprinkles on top, right on the outside. Here's one that's using the Blackberry Bliss with this reddish color. I have a hard time, it's Angie Leach. I have a hard time knowing what color that is because it looks like red with cherry cobbler mixed together. This one is a triple decker ice cream cone from Anne Marie. Blushing, oh, this is actually petal pink mixed with, I believe, Old Olive. Here we've got a purple posy with cinnamon cider. Jody Peterson card here. She die cut the paper for the cone. So makes for easy card, just one stamp sentiment on there. And I'm not quite done. I have a couple more ice creams. So Kelly Atchison had this for her sweet swap. This one's a fun fold. It opens like this. And then it flips down. I love that fold a lot. It's like the same kind when you have the card that goes like that. So, but just a vertical card. With the Old Olive and Bermuda Bay. Here's the one that has the side cut off. So this card stands up nice like that. But And so when you have that side cut off, it still opens good. So here's Bermuda Bay and Blackberry Bliss on this one. The cone looks to be Highland Heather stamped on Purple Posy. And a bunch of the sprinkles all on there. And here's one, I believe, So Saffron with that reddish color. And a triple stack or two. So Kathy, these are swaps that I have gotten over the last month. So it's not just one swap. This was probably the culmination of 15 swaps, if I have to guess. So that says happy birthday on the inside. There's a sweet swap, a bundle swap. There were 6 swaps at the Winter Creative Escape. There was a Dandy Garden swap. There was Dina Rico, I participated in one of her swaps. So this is a great use of like strips of paper. So if you end up with scraps on the side, you can definitely use them up and go with a diagonal pattern on this one. And then she's got a little bit of foil on here, fussy cut out the happy birthday, and then a little strip on the inside to match. So yeah, I'm selective about what swaps I participate in because I don't like to overwhelm myself, and I should say overstress myself. But I also know that I need to participate in swaps so that I have samples to show you guys. So, okay, hey girlfriend, I think I have one here. From Patty Skiba, Party Patty. She made this one. Oh, and there she used the hearts. I wanted to use them sometime. So this is that from the Poppy set. There's that little die again, guys. Somebody has to make it a mission to find out what the name of that set is and where the dies come from this little dude right here. And then you got your little girl, and she's all colored in with the little bows from the whale set, that paper. What else do we have here? Okay, prettiest birthday. So, oh, here I have another girl one. Look at this one. So, she's the same girl, but she's completely different, isn't she? Like, there, she's all pretty and springy, and here she's the blue. I don't know what season she's dressed for here, but this paper is actually from Well Suited, which is coming up in a little bit here. So we're going to start that here so I can show you that paper. All right, we were here on Prettiest Birthday. I believe that is Sandy Carlson. Yes, Sandy Carlson. So 2 completely different cards, and they both are using the Prettiest Birthday. One is the Sentiment, and the die here. Oh, that's where that die, there. I was wondering about that die. The one behind here, that's from Tasteful Labels, but that actually looks like a mustache to me. Like you could cut a mustache out of there. So, you know what? You guys, this is crazy. So Sandy Carlson, so this was her swap card for the Prettiest Birthday, and she worked smarter, not harder. She also participated in another swap. She did the same, similar layout, but different, a little different, and she did little different words. So I noticed that right now. Very cool. Okay, so that one, and this other one, I've never been, I think this is Calypso Coral. I'm not a Calypso Coral girl so much, but this card does it for me. The die looks like the one from the Succulent. Oh, you were right, Jewel. You are onto something. Hang on, you guys. She caught me here. I gotta check this out. Where's the Succulent? Oh, let's find here. How far back was the Succulents? Okay, so here's the thing. If you don't know where stuff is, you go to the index in the back here, and you find that's all by bundle. So hang on. Simply Succulents, page 39. Okay. Hang on, I gotta see if this is right, because you're right, there are some cool little labels in here. Oh, no it isn't. No, it isn't. There are cool labels in there, but that's not the one that I was thinking. Okay, so back to Coral. Here, so you always think you have to color in stuff, but here she did not color in the birthday cake, and it looks perfect, not colored in. Using the 3 DSPs, and so this is from the ice cream paper. And then she's got the label, and then this die back here is from the Tasteful Labels dies. And then the cake has a label, and then Tasteful embossing folder right here. What does her inside look like? Ooh, she's got the shopping bag in there. That's a really pretty font right there. Vine design. Carissa says vine design. So we're coming up to vine design. So I'll take a little, when we get there, I'll make a look for that. Okay, so that is Prettiest Birthday. Okay, here's the deal with the chickens, guys. There's a set in here called Hey Birthday Chick. If you're seeing lots of cards out on Pinterest or Facebook and you're seeing die cutting, you're correct. There are, page 62, we'll get there, 10 pages. They're starting February 1st for customers. If you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. There's a matching die. So this is die cut out. The little happy birthday's in there. The corn is in there. But then on top of it, you see that there's, if you remember from sale-a-bration, 2 or 3 years ago, there was a Hey Chick set. Well, now they have matching dies for that too. So starting February 1st, 2 bundles. So I have a couple samples here for you of the the Hey Birthday Chick with some dies. Denise Johnson did that one. This one was from Jennifer Merle, Hampshire, my friend in Indiana, who my stamp went home to. So part of the many messages. Okay, we're going to check Sharon. Page 35 and 62, we're going to look. So Jennifer made that one. This was Dawn, I'm not sure if it's, there's a couple Dawns that I know. So I don't know exactly, Bourgette maybe. And then this one is Deb Snyder. So you guys, so many people commented in class here. They loved her little tutu on the chicken. So it is adorable. That's that pool party sheer ribbon. So chickens are hot, guys. I actually made a chicken card. Let's see if I have it in my drawer here. I made a chicken card for class. That's gonna be next month. And, oh yeah, here it is. So this is my chicken card that I made for the swap, and this is my class card for next month. So if you want to get on the February card making class, the monthly one, you could color your chicken, and I'll have crumb cake markers here, but you could color your chicken tan if you wanted. But I used the all wired up, some stitched rectangles, the subtle embossing folder. This, like 3 people said, that looks like draft paper, but it's actually from the Art Floral. And then a little bit of a little white linen thread here. So that, and then you're still a spring chicken. So that is a card for my February card class. And we're getting here. Okay, Woodland Wonder. Okay, sneak peek, guys. If you didn't participate in the Winter Creative Escape, you probably haven't seen this, but this was a card I did for the Winter Creative Escape. It's also a class card in May, so it's out a little ways. Oh, you guys gave me lots of hearts. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is using Woodland Wonder, and this is the class card. So if you guys don't have this set and you're not local, you're going to have a really hard time unless you have this set. You're going to have to do something completely different, but look at this card. This, you untie the string, and wait for it. It's like the tree got bigger. So this is my class card for, I believe I have it set for May, and it's so cool. And then it opens and it says, hope your day stacks up to be one good thing on top of another. So mark your calendars for this one. It's the May class card, and you almost want a buddy to help you tie the string so that it stays nice and tight. But that's the only sample I have from this one, and I made this one. And I cased it right out of the catalog right here. I just added another layer to it and colored it a little differently. So, okay, so that's that, Woodland Wonder. Okay, then, oh man, here's the snail, guys. Snail mail. I'll be honest with you, the first time I saw this, I'm like, well, way too busy. I mean, I love the envelope. The whole concept of that was super cool. But there's a lot of busyness. As Anne was saying last night, there's a lot of busyness with this. But when I started working with this suite, I was falling in love with it. And the samples I got are cute. And the card I made for class I was really happy with. Whoa, I lost some names. I don't know who these are. So we'll go with it. So this was one of the cards I made. It's very similar to the class card that I did last night, except for I used a little bit busier paper. This little guy, and I know the chickens are on your list. that one's like one of those folds like that. And so coloring in the little snail. That one is Jane. Here's the snail. So that's cut out from the designer paper. I love these little resin hearts. The resin hearts are just so fun. At first I thought they looked dumb, I'll be honest with you. But then as I started to use them, you can add them in so many places. You've Got Mail is so cool. It reminds me of Tom Hanks in the movie from many years ago. I love the little envelope here. So that one's glued in. Okay, so those are what I got from just random swaps. For the sweet swap, I started to show this to you guys last night and then I held off. So Candy Michael had the sweet swap for the snail. And I showed you guys this last night. I think I did. I feel like I did, unless I dreamt I did. So that's the little envelope that comes in that die set. And it just, the red, the real red with the pool party, it pops so nicely. And then she pulled in some of that crinkle white ribbon. All right, here's a fun fold. It's got that flap. Remember I did the poinsettia card back in November? That was very similar to this. Oh my God, look. She put the dude on the back. Oh, that's fun. I wasn't expecting to see eyeballs looking back at me. Were you guys? Oh my God, did that get you? Okay, she actually cut off a different shell and put that over the top to pop it up. So cool. Okay. All right, I'm gonna save this one for last. Okay, this one is using that postage stamp backing, and then here's a little resin heart. See, it gets added. Life is better with a friend like you. That sentiment comes from the poppy moments or the peaceful moments. I'm watching it live here. Oh my God, I'm so excited. It got me. It jumped out and it got me. Okay, are you guys ready for this one? Okay, so she's got the Happy Meal enclosed with a little resin heart. She's got the little mushrooms die cut. She used that hammered embossing folder here, but look at this. Are you ready for it? Oh man, look at that. And I know you can't see it from the angle you guys are at, but look at that. She cut all these window sheets and she popped them up. And then it's like she has the little resin heart on the inside here with a little envelope. Oh my gosh. It just makes me want to go upstairs and stamp and make cards with the snail. Okay. So that was Candy Michael's sweet swap. Amazing, amazing cards. Okay, you guys still doing okay? What time do we have? 7:54. We're almost winding down here. I don't think I have anything for that one. Delicate Petals, I have 2. They're right here, I think. Yep. Okay, so this was Rhonda Morgan was part of this. And she did 2, I love it. Okay, so these were her 2 cards. I love how it's black and white, and then she did pink with this one, and she did the bluesy greens with this one. A little frosted gem. You guys, how many cards have we seen now with this pool party ribbon in it? So, and then stamping here. So at first I saw this, and all I saw was candles. I'm like, I don't know why I saw candles. They look like candles and flames to me, but they're really flowers. So I like how she made her cards so that they were just a different like look to them. I guess I wasn't expecting cards that looked like this when I looked at this. And I love how she used that whimsical back here and a little tag back here, circles galore, a little banner, just so many layers. This one here is Rhonda's as well. And I was like thinking, how does it open? And it's a vertical card. And she used the whimsical dies again right there. And then stamped a couple, added some leaves. The black organdy ribbon, and I'm so happy you're my friend. And that's part of that bundle. All right, you guys, we're winding down here. Hopefully you're still awake. Okay, so those are Rhonda's. Okay, now, so once I've gone through all these cards with you, I can put them up in my display boards. All right, Welcoming Window. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna love these 2 cards. Kathy Miller made these 2 cards. Wow. Like, whoa. I was on the fence about this set. You guys, I don't get everything. I promise you I don't get everything. And I was on the fence with this. I think the dies are super cool. But I'm like, am I really going to use it? But when I see these cards, and on this one, she just did stamping. Like, this is no really die cutting except for the 2 labels. So it really makes it easy. You could get all intricate and detailed like here. She cut out all these little pots. They're like terracotta clay pots. The stamping looks like it's 2-step stamping. So you stamp your flowers and then your leaves. There's a pot here. There's different, like, or a picture, I mean. So very, very pretty. I love that she used navy with, is that Coastal Cabana? I think it is. And then this is Rococo Rose with cinnamon cider. Wow. I like, oh, and then look, she's got the little brick wall on the inside. Love it. Art floral ribbon here. So good cards here for good samples for the welcoming window to show you. Okay, enjoy the moment, guys. Oh, so many people have a hard time with this set because it's like, what do I make with these? Okay, I have 2 samples, and I'm liking these samples. So here's your cinnamon cider. Look at what they did. Who is this? Linda Zaleski. So she took the Mossy Meadow ribbon. She really pulled it apart, frayed it. It's cinnamon cider with Mossy Meadow. So this is some of the Dandy Garden paper. And she just stamped these in all different background to create a little designer paper on her own. And super cool. Like little, whatever those things are, hanging from the sky. Now this one looks completely different. It's shaded spruce with soft sea foam. Deirdre made this one for the Anything Else swap. She fussy cut all those. She put a little ladybug on. So very, very, very pretty card. And here's the braided linen trim. So there's some good examples. Good things are worth waiting for. Just like my hive, right? I'm still waiting for Monroe to finish the woodworking. We're close. We're not there, but we're close. Okay, so we are on to Wonderful As You. I don't think I have anything. Floating and Fluttering. Take a moment, guys. Get your eyes open. These are pretty. These are Wendy. Nope, hang on. Wrong one. It's right here. Same color. Look at that. 2 cards, very similar. I grabbed the wrong one. So these were Terry Gaines. You guys, if you've ever seen Terry Gaines work, wowzers. Okay, I got these and my jaw was like, wow, it dropped to the floor. So specialty paper from the Love set. She die cut out the foil for a butterfly. These foils are die cut and then subtle embossing folder. She did the frame with Always, You Are Always in My Heart, which comes from that Love set in the beginning of the catalog. Gotta go to, yep, you can catch the end of it later, Kathy. Okay, so that is Sahara Sand. Then she did the purple with stamping the butterfly, using the pearls, adding the grape ribbon, just hydrangea got featured here. Sending Love and Hugs must come from a different, I don't know where. Sending Love and Hugs. You know, I honestly, so that butterfly, she just stamped that butterfly. That's one big stamp, I think, here. So, and that's all hydrangea paper. Oh my gosh, you guys, like so pretty. You guys had me at purple, right? So I love anything purple. So that was Floating and Fluttering. Vine Design. So you guys, I don't think that it is Vine Design. You remember I was wondering about that this little guy right here. So Vine Design, I don't think that's not right. There's a little extra hook right here. Okay, so Sharon, if I recall, you said page 52. So 36. You guys hang on. Wait for it. Sharon, no, it's not in here either. Okay, so Sharon, I don't remember how far back you were here. Sharon said a certain page. Huh, it's so far back already. So not quite sure. Oh, you said, nope, it's not that either. Okay, so here's the $1 million question. I'm almost done, Don, or Faye, I'm almost done. Page 35, Sharon. Okay, hang on. Page 35. Let's see what that is. Fastest fingers of this. Oh. No. I don't think so, Sharon. I don't think that. That's a good one. But I don't think that match. Oh, but that's where that one comes from. You remember we saw that one earlier on a card with the banners? We saw that one earlier. But there's a set in ornate dies. There's like an ornate labels. I wonder if that's where that came from. Okay, Vine Design. So these 2 cards are what I have from Lori Miller on Vine Design. And isn't it the Pick-a-Punch from the main book? No, Kim, I don't think it is. Because the punches don't put stitching around like that. Hi, Deborah. Okay, so back to Vine Design. This is Lori Miller. So she's using the Poppy Parade with the Petal Pink Mossy Meadow. Pulled in some of the Art Floral paper. I don't know if it goes, let's see here. It could go either way. It could go like that or that. Okay, so we'll keep that out of the plastic to save some time. And then here's her other one. Same color combinations. And she did a little round in the middle. Foil background, pearlized paper, ornate frame, right? Is that it, Carissa? Ornate frames. I think that's what it is. And she put a little art floral paper in the middle and on the outside. So very, very poppy. Lots of color going on there. And back to blooms. I don't think I have anything. Okay, I have one card here. I started to pull it out, and it's called Hello Baby, using the hydrangea. And Amy made this one for the Winter Creative Escape. And, oh man, it's a Velcro card. Look at that. She's got Velcro on the top and the bottom, and it just opens like that. That's super cool. That is pretty, using the hydrangea paper. And that's called Baby Pull Tabs. Okay, Jennifer Merle Hampshire made these two cards featuring the oval occasions. So if you're on the fence about that, here's some pretty cards using that bundle. Granny Apple with Bermuda Bay, and there's the two punches punched out. This is a little bit smaller than what you probably think the catalog makes it look, but the other one is a cute little scallopy look to it. I love how Jennifer does her ribbons. This is just a little one. It's folded in half and then tied with a knot around it. So she made an Easter card here. Ornate frame is what Carissa says, and I have to see real quick, you guys. Entertain me for a second, and it's right here, ornate frame. Yep, ornate frame, we got a winner. Carissa got that one. Okay, well suited, guys. So well suited. It's another suite. This is where that designer paper comes from. All Manly Man papers, until you get to these two. This you would never think was in there, but it is so pretty. Makes for a really delicate feminine card. So that was Shell. That's Pamela Leahy's daughter, and she did a really cute card there. So for the well-suited, I think I have 4 cards here. Sandy Carlson made these, guys. Oh, they're so clean and crisp and fun. So I have a hard time with this color. It says that it's Poppy Parade, but it looks like terracotta tile to me. So we're going with terracotta tile. But she used the twine and the tasteful embossing folder. All right, you guys are getting tired on me. I see it's dropping, so we'll go we're almost done. I tell you, we're almost done. Look at that card. Wowzers. I love the little handkerchief in there, the tie-dye. I might case this card I have a well-suited class coming up in May. So I think I might do a card that looks very similar to that one. This one's super cool too, with the different grays, basic gray, smoky slate, and then the tasteful textiles embossing folder, the little bow ties. She used the stitched rectangles on here. Just so cool. Love that one too. And I have one more from Sandy. This one right here. It's a little bit of a fun fold. Look at that. Super cool. And the inside, that's a little bit smaller. I love how that comes out like that. So there's a bow on the outside. You think there's no sentiment, but then boom, a happy birthday to you. And that comes in that set. So that's Pacific Point. So those were Sandy's from the Sweet Swap. And then I believe that Kathy Beck had, nope, who was the, oh, Diane did. It was, wait, yeah, okay, I thought it was Kathy Beck, but it was Diane. Made this one for the Case the Mini. So let's see what she cased. So I don't know if it's here or maybe, okay, so it was Case the Mini. So it was one of these guys that she cased. And the rule is you could change as much or as little as you wanted. But look at that. She pulled in the opal rounds and then the black matte dots. It's so cute. Love it. Okay. And we're close, guys. We are at Ride the Range. So this was Candy Michael. And she has a couple cards here. Here's a little bit of a fun fold. Opens like that. So she used the die cuts and the straw bales. So cool. And then here is a flip fold one. Oh, this is an easel card. So look at that. It's set up so that you can have it go like that. And then it can sit flat on your desk like that. So that was Ride the Range. For those of you that are coming to my monthly class in February, this was my card from the Winter Creative Escape that we're going to do in class in My little fence got wrecked. I need somebody to fix it. This is the class card that we're going to do in February. Life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. So that is what's coming up for February. And I don't have anything for that one or that one or that. And last but not least, it's the first thing in the catalog, and I missed it right off the bat. The Cactus Medley. So I have a few samples to show you from the Cactus Medley. And this was Amy Combs, I believe. She had, oh, maybe it wasn't Amy. Nope, it wasn't Amy. This was Faye. Oh, Faye, you made this one. It was so pretty. It's like Calypso Coral with the Mossy Meadow. And she used some of the little felt cactus guys, the flowers on here, and some of the twine. Very pretty. And then I think that this one came from Jennifer. That little guy is probably supposed to go right there. She loves the twine. That's how I know it's Jennifer's trademark. She loves twine. And so the colors are awesome. Then Amy Combs made, oh, I have 5 samples. I have 5 more samples, guys, and then we're good. So we almost made it to the end here. Oh, these are so pretty too. Amy Combs makes beautiful cards, lots of layers. Lots of layers. She used the white tulle ribbon. She used a little, I don't know what that is back there, honestly, little polka dotties. The cactus here with the flowers and the purple and the mossy meadow, and just, it's so pretty. Hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. So that die, I think, is from the succulents. We were talking about that earlier, that there's some, oh, Mo! I owe you an email back. You emailed me a question, and so you said on there, I don't have to worry about replying to you right away. But if you're still awake after I'm done with the live, give me a call. Like, give me 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll talk about your email. You had questions about some things, I think, so I'm sorry. All right, so here's more of the cactus. Oh, I love it. Look at this. This is so awesome. She put designer paper so that you see front and back. Oh, I got to make a card like this. I love it. So many layers she does. I love her style of card making. So the greens and the purples. Here's another one from Amy. And if you haven't gotten the Cactus Medley yet, you might want to consider, there's a cool die right there. Oh my gosh. So she used a lot. So there's that paper that I said earlier. I think it's the cactus paper. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I didn't even open up some of these until right now. You're always awake, Mo. Okay, so we'll chat after I'm done here. And then her last one, the coral with all the greens. Oh my gosh, it's stuck. Hang on. There's a prickly cactus in here. Hang on. There's glue there, and I don't know if there was supposed to be something in there. So, oh, you guys, look at these. The Cactus Medley. It's awesome. You can get a refill by itself if you're not into the stamps or the dies, but I hope I just showed you how awesome these cards are. To have the dies, you can just cut the designer paper out using those dies. And then last but certainly not least for tonight, this is Catherine Anderson. Wow, Catherine, this card makes me happy. I love you use, I believe this is from the Playing with Patterns DSP, if I had to guess. And it makes it look like a sunset. I think, oh, you know what? I just lied. That is not Playing with Patterns. That is a piece of paper that, you guys were going to scope this out. It's, oh my gosh, it's watercolor paper. And she watercolored orange sky with yellow sky, and she made a beautiful sunset. And a little bit of star looking up here. I wonder if that's in the dies. There is. That's part of the die right here. There's these little prickers. And she took the DSP, some of these little flowers on the cactus. Your dear friend Catherine, gorgeous card. I saved one of the best cards for last. They're all best cards, but I ended on a good one. A really, really good one. Whew. You guys, I don't think I took a drink of water that entire time, and it's like 2 hours. Whew. Okay, I needed that. Okay, so we're going to try and flip this. Oh, I don't know. Is that right? Nope. So it's upside down. You guys, I got my hand in front. Don't worry. I'm twisting this around, and this is a lot of work. I'm so happy I don't have to do that like normal. Woo! You guys, that was a workout. Oh, my goodness. So did anybody keep track of how many cards that was? it's like there was a pile back there, and there's the equivalent of that over here. Plus, there's still a box that I kept putting stuff back into. And I didn't even show you some of the 3D swaps. Like, you guys, this is one that Jay Shante made for a 3D swap. It's a purse, and this slides off, and I should be doing this down, but like, it's like, it fits cards, but she's got like a hand sanitizer in there and Kleenex and a oh my gosh, there's a chapstick in here. A green tea essence. I love it. So I have a few 3D swaps yet, and I know my camera's not straight, but I'm okay, you guys. We're almost done. So I've got a few 3D swaps that we can go through, and I'll just pull them in when I have class a couple times. Like, so yeah, that's crooked, but whatever. How many of you made it through till the end? Kathy did, Sandy did. Anne did, Deborah did. Wow, awesome. Okay, now I'm really, you guys, I have to get my technology figured out. So this is my homework assignment for the weekend, is to figure out why my tablet and my phone weren't connecting. So I can't do the whole I was literally looking underneath to making sure I was showing you the cards and then watching my Facebook, my phone on Facebook, or Facebook on my phone. So I hope that you guys could see everything okay as I was, and that you got lots of ideas from all of those cards. Holy wowzers. So you guys can go back and watch this video anytime. And you know the trick is to, if you see a card that you like and it's in the middle of the video, do your screenshot. And we went over that one of the last times that I did a swap card showcase, that you can just take a screenshot. And if you don't know how to do it, ask your kid, or ask a teenager, or just send me a quick message. But basically, or Google search how to take a screenshot. It's different for Apples as it is for Samsung. But while you're in the middle of the video with me, what you can do is take a screenshot, and then it saves it into your screenshot folder in your gallery. So, wow, okay, lots of good card makers. You are so accurate, Sharon. So on that note, I think that I'm gonna give Mo a call, and then I never got to making my fun folds last night. Last night what I worked on was marketing for the game night. So I have the whole event and the description, all that kind of stuff updated, and now I have to make the cards. I shouldn't say that. I get to make the cards. It's never a chore for me to make cards, guys. It's always fun and exciting making cards. So I hope that you guys always feel the same way when you're making cards, that you love doing it as much as I do. So, all right, I think that it's time to say goodnight to all of you. Thank you for spending a Friday night with me, or if you're catching the replay, thanks for watching the video. And I will see you on Tuesday night. What is Tuesday, guys? It is Mystery Card Night. So make sure you check the event for your details on what measurements of paper you need and what materials you need, so that you're ready for me on Tuesday. And then I'll be alive again next Thursday for Paper Pumpkin Night. All right, guys, lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. I love you. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Bye, guys. Now I have to figure out how to end this, right?